Hello everyone, my name is Leo. Today I'll be going over this trade that lost me around $850, which is 0.8% on my FTMO challenge. Yeah, I've been not trading for a while. As you can see, the last valid trade I took is probably at the start of April because I was having exams coming out, a lot of academics and things. But today we'll be going, now that I'm back having time and energy to trade, I'll be going over this trade that I took on gold. So I already have the playback mode on, so we can jump straight into the trade. So first of all, going to the 15-minute time frame, we can see that price is in a steady bearish trend. So I'll mark down my bearish trends, and then we create a fresh zone of order block right here. That's perfect. Sell order block. About 15-minute. Just to add more clarity, I'll do the short trips first. Okay. We see another bearish push to the downside. A rather weak push, but still a bearish push. And then we can have another order block right here. So one thing's for sure, we are in a bearish cycle, a bearish downward trend. It's pretty obvious that we're in a somewhat bearish market structure right now. Okay. One thing I would say is I would consider this part of the market as a little support zone, at least. I just want to mark down all the things that could cause the price to move. So let's carry on right here. Okay, we see another bearish push to downside. This one is a stronger push, although it is considered. You can consider this as a liquidity sweep, but we do at least have a 30-minute candle close below this, the market. So as we can see from a bigger perspective, that this is a steady downward trend, and yeah, nothing to debate about the steady downtrend. Okay. So first I identify my, we have to go back a little bit. I identify my order block as this candle right here. I'd say this is more risky because the market's pretty chop. The price action right here is pretty chop. Maybe I could have went on a 30-minute and, well, it got me the same result. So I consider this as a 15-minute and a 30-minute. We collaborated. And just like always, marking up my 5-minute internal trends and internal order blocks. Yeah, bear in mind this is a pretty solid support zone right here. So as we can see, price break down to the downside, creating a bearish breaker structure, and I guess up until this point, it's pretty self-explanatory. We can start slowing down a little bit. We do see a bullish breaker structure to the upside on the 5-minute time frame. Yep, this is gonna play a huge role, and okay, let's see. So we have price coming up and doing a little test on the zone. Oh, okay. One thing I want to point out is this this fair value gap right here. This is 5-minute fair value gap, but we'll take that as any signs that price would have moved on either way. So this is a really important thing that we point out. What about right here? 5-minute, of course. just to be consistent with the break structure right here. So 5 minute 5 minute order block. So we can see that price tested the zone and then doesn't have the really strong push. Okay. First of all, this is in first thing that I don't really like about this trade is actually in Asia session on a Monday, and yeah, and this 5 minute break structure gets me a little bit, but I was still pretty interested in taking this trade considering there's a lot of liquidity zones right here. We need to mitigate it. So I pretty much made up my mind that I will be entering this trade with a nice little protected higher over here. Yeah, I pretty much made up my mind that I'll be entering at this 5 minute refined order block because of the 15-minute internal breaker structure to the downside with several liquidity sweeps and stop above this high, $1 above just like usual, and then 2.5 risk to reward ratio. Okay, so let's see how this trade plays off. Okay, price actually mitigated this zone again over here, this 5 minute fair value gap, and got tapped into this trade. So at the we can see a pretty decent bearish push to the downside right here. We can see price actually reacted to this zone. So when I first see this, pretty happy about it, but price quickly went back to price is really indecisive in the zone, and I wasn't pretty much anywhere concerned because I know as long as there's no candle close above this zone, then my trade will be still valid, because if the price would have closed above the zone, there will be not only a 5 minute bullish breakout structure, it will be a 15-minute bullish breakout structure, which will completely go against the number one rule of trend is the most important thing. So I wasn't concerned as long as price didn't create any break structure. I was considering all this is just consolidation, and the fact that up until this point, I still this is just the beginning of London time. London session, maybe not even London session yet. Okay, this is the beginning of London session, so I was expecting the volume to kick in, which it did not close above the zone, so I guess the trade is still valid. The price would have closed above the zone on a 15-minute, then I will probably break even this trade if it went back to if I see it. But price continued this you can consider this a liquidity sweep. So I was having the picture that we would price would mitigate these zones, sweep this liquidity, and then trade in right into the. I was not that concerned about the 5 minute fair value gap right here because I was pretty happy with what I'm seeing right here with the liquidity sweep. So I'm expecting a stronger push to the downside. However, price eventually, yeah, as you can see, price mitigated and swept these liquidity and had some reactions, had some push. But as you can see, I would have got stop bar right here, something like that. My stop loss at 45.66, which I got stopped out and creating a 15-minute break structure right over here. Yeah, 15-minute trend character, and prices continue upward. This is a trade yesterday, and I could have covered it yesterday, but I wanted to see where price is going, to have like a better analysis on my trade. So yeah, price continued upwards, never went back down until today. Yeah, as today you can see that price is still holding the zone. Um so if I would say two things about I don't two things that I don't like about this trade is the fact that price is pretty chopped at this area. So it's on Monday, Tokyo session, Asia session on Mondays are a little bit of a gamble. I would not pretty much not metaphorically I would consider it a coin flip, because I'm actually not sure that volume is gonna kick in or not. So I would say first of all, Asia session a little bit gamble, and price is pretty choppy around the zone, and the fact that we have a 5 minute change, 5 minute break structure to the upside right over here on 5 minute time frame. Normally I still consider this a trade that I will probably take if it shows up tomorrow, but small thing that can be look out. Yeah, that's about it. This 5 minute breakout structure, and the fact that price is pretty chop on Asia session. So, but again, I still stand my ground that I'll probably take this trade if I see this again, or I will have to look more into my strategy in terms of a situation like this. I'll do more reflection on these type of markets, but again, it doesn't bother me, and I would not overthink this as just another day in trading. So there's upside, there's downside, and since I have the replay mode now, I also cover the losses that I encountered with, to give not only you but me a more direct approach trading. So yep, there's ups and there are downs. There are ups and there are downs. So don't overthink it. Okay, so that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys like it, and yep, I'll see you guys in the next.